Another day, some more Switch 2 news, rumor, reports. We're kind of getting a little bit of everything this week. What's going on, guys? My name is Harrison. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking some more Switch 2 stuff and my thoughts on the report that came from Bloomberg. We'll go over it in here in a second, but of course, it's got to be controversial because every single thing in gaming is got to have some sort of controversy, and people are mad and people are happy and blah blah blah. So this report comes from Bloomberg, and Bloomberg hasn't always been the most reliable source for Switch stuff in the past. So obviously, with any sort of rumor, speculation, always take it with a grain of salt because until Nintendo, and remember, until Nintendo reveals the Switch 2, nothing is factual. So always remember that. People see this stuff and they get to Twitter and they start typing up their angry, tweets about, how they're mad that it's not this and it's not that, and it's not just Switch, it's literally everything. So just give it time to kind of, give Nintendo a little bit more time. I have a feeling we're getting a reveal pretty darn soon. Maybe not at this direct, but maybe later on in the year. So we just got to be patient. I'm very excited. I want the Switch 2, so I'm not the hype level is increasing, but again, everything with a grain of salt. So this came from Bloomberg. I would pull up the actual Bloomberg article, but I think you have to pay for it. It's one of those news sites you have to pay like $2 a month, or I think it's on sale, or I don't know exactly. Um, so yeah, this is from IGN. They're just reporting on it. So yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 has an 8-inch LCD screen. And that's kind of it. We obviously got this, there's earlier reports of it being $400, and all that other stuff. And the games being $70 and all that, and stuff like that. So, you know, I think people are kind of overreacting, as people tend to do on the internet. I think, yes, obviously, like the OLED Switch right now is beautiful. I love. I'm currently playing Prince of Persia on it right now, and the game is beautiful. Any sort of game on the OLED is just beautiful. So it would be kind of hard to go back, but I mean, it's not like it's going to be an 8-inch OG Switch screen, tacked on to the Switch 2 with better hardware. It's going to be a higher density pixel screen. It's going to be an upgraded screen from the original Switch. So while it's not OLED, again, bummer, but the screen is going to look nicer. And I think the screen is fine on the original Switch. Obviously, now we have the OLED, it's hard to go back to, and I understand that. But the LCD screen is going to look much better than it did on the OG Switch. Now, why they wouldn't do OLED? Probably for expense. If this Switch is reported to be $400, and let's say it's the only model out there, if this is $400 with the LCD screen, obviously the OLED is probably going to be $450 to $500, and Nintendo just doesn't. They don't want super expensive consoles. A $400 would be like the highest, like the most expensive console they've had, I think, ever. Right? The Wii U was $350. Yeah. So yeah, I think it comes down to price. I mean, obviously, 2 to 3 years down the line after the Switch 2 comes out, they may do an OLED model. So that could come into existence, but again, we don't know. We officially don't know anything yet. These are all just reports, and while yes, it's fun to speculate and stuff like that, let's just bring it down a notch and wait for Nintendo to reveal everything. I think it's gonna be just fine. I think the LCD screen is gonna be fine. I think whatever Nintendo cooks up over there, I think it's gonna be a great iteration system. I'm very excited, but again, I get people's frustration because we've got the OLED and it feels like a downgrade, but I think it's not going to be as bad as people are making it out to be. So yeah, that's kind of my thought. And then just to, just to kind of, for an example here, this is from a tweet from Nintendo Wire here. Um, I mean that's the size comparisons. That's a pretty good size right there. The 8-inch screen. Think the PlayStation Portal. That's got an 8-inch OLED screen. So yeah, that's a pretty big size. Like honestly, I would have been happy with a Switch to OLED with 7-inch. Like the 7-inch size is pretty feels pretty good to hold. So yeah, it already feels like it's a pretty nice piece of hardware, and it feels, you know, like big enough in your hand to hold, and it feels comfortable. Um, Sorry, but I'm 13 years old here. So yeah, I mean there's just a bunch of, this is from Paul Gale. He goes over the pixel density. The original was two set or excuse me 237 pixel density is 276, so it's going to be a stronger pixel density. So again, I think it's going to be okay. Again, we don't know. It could be an OLED screen, and I would be very happy. But I'm very happy with an improved LCD screen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Happy Friday, by the way. It's always good to get through the work week, and we've had some fun news this week to discuss. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys care that it's an LCD versus OLED? Does that maybe sway your decision on getting a new Switch, or does it really matter? You just kind of want one anyways, regardless of what the screen is. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.